Got it. So I think we must be live already. I can see it there, so I can close it over here. Just make sure we don't hear ourselves twice again. Yep. Okay, that looks good. We're live now, man. What's up, Luis? Welcome our audience.
I'm fabulous. How are you doing this afternoon, Timo?
Awesome. Thank you so much. Great to be here again. I couldn't make it the past 2 weeks, but yeah, you were still offering valuable content as always, week over week, updating the community. And so I'm glad to be able again to make it this week because there has a lot of stuff been going on here. And I think we need to share this with the community.
Absolutely. And it's good to have you today, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As I just told you before we went live here, I feel slightly sick, but not sick enough not to make it for the AMA, right? That's how we do it. Always push through, always give 110% to make things happen. That's our work ethic, not just at GYMSTREET, but for life. All right, guys, I love this like in between like mindset drops like this left and right, right? just like you do it.
Yeah.
See at the top because the bottom is overcrowded. Well, guys, let's not talk around the bush too much and get right into the screen sharing. Where's my desktop number 2? It's right here. Number 3 is over here. Maybe while I'm speaking, you may want to keep an eye on the chat to see what people are asking for. And I'm going to do the update talking. Now, over the past weeks, I'm sure you witnessed, you saw us, talking about those updates going on regarding the miner rewards, right? We talked about this, that we were going to increase them by reducing the duration of the rewards issuance, which was initially meant to last until the end of 2026. So far into the future. And then the solution to increase the miner rewards short term was to reduce this duration of the rewards distribution. So by reducing it by 1 year, we freed up tokens that would have otherwise been distributed throughout that last year from 25 to 26. And so now we're going to end the rewards token distribution of GymNet tokens at the end of 2025. But no worries, there are already plans, in place how to continue to benefit you as a community. So only because the miners will discontinue to generate GymNet rewards, by then there's going to be a substitute for it. And of course, as usual, we're going to let you know what it's going to be when the time has come. But as of today, what I want to show you now is where to exactly find the changes in the system, in our dashboard, such that you know where to look into your miner rewards, because our developers have updated the dashboard just a little bit, such that now when you're coming here, as you know, there are multiple metaverses to choose from. We're also working on finally releasing the Cash FT. There has still some stuff been keeping us from doing so because we were relying on some data from the card issuer in regards to which is somewhat connected to releasing Cash FT Island. However, it's also going to happen soon, just as a side note. Now, for this update, of course, you can come to Kabutosho if you're from the Kabutosho community, and if you're a GYMSTREET, not member, I mean, if you're a member, you're in our metaverse anyways, you can buy land in Kabutosho, which makes a GYMSTREET member, but you can also buy land on GYMSTREET Island, right? Which is supposed to be renamed to Manhattan Island, actually. And as you can see here already, we've updated the sliders here in the dashboard such that we are now promoting the dual miners here. And that's also going to be one of the major topics of today's update AMA session. Now, if you come here and you go to the miner rewards section, that's the new one. That's where you now find your miner rewards. So as we said, we increased the miner rewards by reducing the not the supply, but the time period, right? However, there's also another change that comes with it, because the miner rewards aren't going to be 100% available immediately for your free usage. Instead, they're going to be split such that half of the rewards that the miners are now generating, the increased rewards amount, half of it is going to be credited to your available balance, and the other half will be credited, or they are already being credited right now, to the utility balance. And there's one thing to keep in mind here. So when you come to the available balance, you see how much daily rewards you receive, right? And then that's just like multiplied up to a week, month, and over the year. So at the moment, 2 miners are generating 978.41 GYMNet tokens per year times 2. Why times 2? Well, because I said half of your rewards end up in the available balance, the other half goes to the utility balance. So right here, when I'm in the available balance, the daily rewards that are being displayed here, that's the amount of rewards I receive into the available balance, which will then immediately, which is immediately available for me. In order to claim it, you must have at least 35.36 GYMNet here as total pending rewards, right? So it will take about, 2 weeks. So every other week, you would be able to claim your rewards if you have 2 miners like I do in this example account. Now, and when you come to your utility balance, that's where the other half of your rewards are credited to. Now, you see these numbers, they're different. Well, that's because I already had, miners before. There was already a balance here. And then after the update, rewards started to be credited to the utility balance. But from that moment on, the same amount that you receive as miner rewards, half of it goes to the available balance, and the same amount is then credited to the utility balance. That's why the numbers down here looks as if, that's what you get. But actually, when you click on available balance, you see what you get here. And then the same amount also goes here. All right. And then we also see the bit OPEX balance. And that's going to be the major part of today's update, because we have also launched a new product, and along with this new product, or no, the other way around, a new business partnership. And with this business partnership, a new limited time offer product, which is the dual miner that generates 2 rewards tokens for you, right? Now, as you can see here, you have GYMNet miners and dual miners. Now, GYMNet miners, let's hold the mouse up here, the number of active and total miners you have in GYMSTREET and Kabutosho respectively. So all the miners that you possess within the GYMSTREET ecosystem that generate GYMNet rewards are summed up and shown here in your GYMNet miners count. Now, this also includes your dual miners, because those generate 2 rewards tokens, being GYMNet and the bit OPEX token, right? So let's say you have 10 miners, 20, 30, however many miners, and you also have 10 dual miners. Well, then it's not like you have 10 here and 10 here and 20 in total. The total amount of miners is always shown here. And then how many of those total miners that you own are also dual miners, those are shown over here, because those are the ones that generate both GYMNet and bit OPEX rewards, right? And when you have a dual miner and it starts generating bit OPEX rewards for you, you will find that right here in the bit OPEX balance, where you will be then able to claim your bit OPEX rewards. Those are being issued once per week, every Friday. So today is actually the first time since we launched a new dual miner product last week on the 1st of June. Today is the first time that people can claim their bit OPEX rewards from the dual miners, right? And then you still have the global statistics down here. What's the global hash rate? What's your share, of it? It shows 0 because with 2 miners, it will be 0.000. I don't know how many zeros, and then 1%. But we're also showing it to the second digit after the dot, right? That's why it looks as if it's 0. And what are the global daily rewards? So all these global statistics are shown here, the current GYMNet price. And with this neat chart here in the middle, that's just a projection. Like if the value of GYMNet will go up, in the future, which it eventually will, as you know, due to our buy and burn mechanism that we have in place here. The only thing is we cannot tell you exactly how long it's going to take, but that it's going to happen, that's for sure. The only thing that could work against it if like 100% of all the rewards that people are receiving were immediately to be sold. Well, then the buy and burn mechanism would not be able to hold up against it, but that's the case for any asset out there, right? So it's nothing that, you know, especially or particularly applies for GYMNet only. So if the price would only go up to, let's say, 5 cents, you'd already be looking at 110% for your GYMNet miner ROI. So, and if you then also add the 20% you get from BitOpex, now that's BitOpex only. So that makes it 4% at the current price. And then if this were to go up, this is also going to increase. And you can add that, of course, to your GYMNet ROI, since with the dual miner, you generate 2 token as rewards tokens. Now, with that being said, let's jump over here. This is our graphic that we used to introduce the new product, to launch the dual miner alongside this new business partnership with BitOpex, where you can double your rewards, right? With the dual miner, meaning you have just one miner that generates 2 token rewards. How does that work exactly? Now, it is a limited time offer that's valid within the month of June. So from the 1st June until the 1st of July, every miner purchase within this time period automatically acts as a dual miner. So if we come back here again to our dashboard and we scroll down to our offers, we can see here that there's not a normal miner anymore. There is only the dual miner available. Well, that's because the limited time offer is still active right now. So for the next 21 days, 21 days, 9 hours, all the miners that are being sold will act as dual miners, and that accounts for every single miner that's purchased and also any miner that comes as part of one of our super bundles, right? And then back to the slide, for the next 6 months, those dual miners are going to generate 2 rewards tokens, being GYMNet and BPX, which is the BitOpex token. Percentage-wise, it means you earn 3.3% extra rewards per month. That's per month in BPX. So in total, 20% over this period of 6 months. Now, the 6 months, they start counting from the moment you make your purchase. If you purchase a dual miner today, that's the starting point, and from today for the next 6 months, it will generate 2 token rewards. If you purchase another dual miner, let's say next week, Friday, then from that moment on, that dual miner is going to generate for 6 months 2 token rewards. At the end of this 6 months period, your dual miner is still going to keep generating GYMNet rewards until the end of the GYMNet rewards distribution period. And as we said, the BitOpex tokens, they're issued on a weekly basis so that you can claim your second token reward from the dual miner every week. Now, since there's another token that comes with the dual miner, let's have a quick look at what that actually is. So BPX, that's a symbol, and it's the exchange token from BitOpex, which is an exclusive exchange for crypto options. And we are going to learn today what makes this such an exclusive business partnership, but also BitOpex itself. It's a very, very interesting, very exciting partnership right here, as you're going to see. And then what's already important to highlight right here, that there's little to no competition in this field of crypto options. We're at a very early stage. So BitOpex, they just got started back in April when the exchange launched. They're still in open beta mode. You can already go there and start playing around with it. And they're also, working on making it better on a daily and weekly basis. So we're still at a very early stage, which means that there's big long-term potential that still lies ahead of us, right? Imagine you'd be able to go back in time and, join Binance and get BNB at the very beginning, which we're also going to look here on the next slide. Just to mention, or not to forget about, to mention that there's a highly experienced team working behind the scenes, which is a highly experienced team in options trading, which is running the show at BitOpex Crypto Options Exchange. Now, let's put things into perspective a little bit. If you're into crypto, you probably know that almost any exchange, any crypto exchange out there has its own token. And I think Binance was actually among one of the first, if not the first, crypto exchange to issue their own exchange token. Luis, maybe you can help me out here. Was Binance the first one? I don't quite remember for 100%, but I think that's the case.
I don't remember to be precisely on that matter.
Okay. Well, let's assume they were, if not the first, definitely among the first. And I still remember when BNB got issued and I was offered to buy it at 10 cents. Did I do it?
No.
Yeah, you're damn right I did not. Do I regret it?
Yes.
You're damn right I do. So over 4 years, BNB has grown by 675,900%, right? That's a crazy growth rate. So from 10 cents up to its recent all-time high of $670 something, that's 675,000% in just 4 years. It's crazy. But now BNB is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, besides what they're currently going through with the SEC and so on. Let's assume that they're still going to be around, right? And so this is a crazy growth that we have seen here. But even smaller exchanges that were not as popular as Binance, such as OKX, for example, their exchange token OKB has also grown by 2,842% in just 4 years. And even younger competitors, such as BitGet, in 1.5 years, their token has grown by 585%. And now keep in mind that these are regular crypto exchanges where there's lots of competition in the market. How many exchanges are there? Probably into the hundreds, right? That are offering this service. And basically, they're all just doing the same. The only thing that differs, some may have, some bots that you can use, or some tokens may not be available everywhere, of course. And then that may be your reason why you would choose one exchange over the other. But apart from that, you get the same service everywhere. You can spot trade. Most of them offer futures trading. But imagine where BitOpX token will be in a few years as the first retail crypto options exchange. Now, this is something completely new and unique. And now let's have a closer look at this matter of fact. Now, this chart right here on the left shows the trading volume compared in the traditional market. So that's the CBOE trading volume and contracts. And options make up for 7 times as much as futures. And as you know, futures markets are already huge, right? So in the traditional finance markets, options definitely are the mostly or highly favored product that the professionals like to use. So 7 times as much volume is being made via options as compared to futures. Now, if we look at these metrics in the crypto markets, what does it look like over here? Well, it's the exact opposite. Only a fraction of the volume is made of options, and the majority comes from the futures. So there is huge growth potential right here that that still lies ahead of us, right? And again, BitOpX, first retail crypto options exchange. So in fact, we have learned this in our special webinars that we have run this week with BitOpX to introduce it to the community. And their CEO, Sven Meller, who also attended their live, told us that there's just one competitor out there, which is Deribit at the moment. And that offers options to the crypto market. And that's only being used by professionals, by institutions. But the retail users, they're going into futures, doing high leverage trades, high risk, risking to be liquidated because they take too much leverage and they do not know how to hedge and all these things. Now, with options, you have actually many advantages over futures. So it is the better product per se, However, we don't really know why actually options haven't yet been introduced to the crypto markets, knowing that they make up for 7 times as much volume in the traditional markets. And that's exactly the gap that BitOpX is here to fill. And that's the potential that we get, use, or the potential that we can grow into by issuing or by introducing options trading to the crypto markets. And right here, putting it into percentages, again, there is a 567% 1-year growth in Bitcoin options volume. So if we just project this year over year, just to get to a 1-by-1 ratio, there is enormous amounts, lots of space get available to the upside here to fill. And imagine how this is going to be amazing for the token. And I just let Alberto also in here, who joined us for the weekly AMA. And I'm not sure, Alberto, if it's not too spontaneous for you, not sure how much you were able to hear of my talk about comparing, the trading volumes, traditional markets, crypto markets, options compared to futures. Since you're our expert per se in this field, coming from the traditional finance space, is there anything that you can and would like to add here at this point?
Yes, apologies that I couldn't be at the call before. I had to take my dog to the veterinary, and I'm just out, so I'm on the phone.
Yeah, I hope she's well.
Yes, it's fine.
Very good.
But I forgot I had an appointment for something just because she had an infection a month ago, but she seems to be fine.
Yeah.
Yes. So, would you mind repeating the question for me?
Yes, of course. So look, this chart right here, we're just, talking about BitOpEx to be the first retail crypto options exchange to introduce this trading instrument to the retail market, right, for retail users to make it available. And if we compare the traditional markets, we can see that 7 times the trading, or 7 times as much trading volume, is generated via options as compared to futures, which is already a huge market, right? And then looking at the crypto markets, we can see that it's the exact opposite. The majority of the volume is coming from futures, and only a very small fraction is made up by options, which is probably mainly due to the fact that options aren't yet available for retail users. There's just one competitor out there in the space for now, which is Deribit, and that's mainly being used by institutions and professional traders who know how to use options, because they require somewhat more education, but BitOpEx was also able to minimize it down, to a minimum where everyone would be able to easily understand, okay, what's a call, what's a put, go long, go short, these kind of things. But options offer the same opportunities, such as leverage, but at less risk, because you don't run the risk of being liquidated. The only thing one must understand about options that you buy time, right? So, and if you're able to buy yourself enough time, it's actually a lot favorable to use options over futures. So, and what we were just talking about here is the fact that this growth potential right here, that's what BitOpEx now allows us to tap into. And if we were just to introduce options trading to the crypto retail user, and if only a fraction, let's say 5%, 10% of the people who are trading crypto were to switch from futures to options, that would already give us big number of customers. And right now we can see that we are already seeing a 567% year-over-year growth in Bitcoin options volume, even though that's probably made up of only the institutions so far that are using this trading instrument.
Right. Yes. Well, a few things that you commented in there. So, well, I remember a couple of years or 3 years ago, there were some competitors to Deribit, but the volume simply wasn't enough, I guess, for many competitors. So eventually, I think Deribit was the last one standing. And now we're seeing some competitors, because of course the market is growing. And as you said, yes, it's something that in traditional markets is very common, the options, and maybe not so common in crypto. But that is because in futures, so with futures, you only need one contract, which is go long or go short. Whereas for options, you need many contracts, right? Because you need contracts with different expirations and with different prices. So that's why you need a lot more players participating in a market for an options market to be healthy and to be useful. And this is why I guess at the moment this is not big, but of course, yeah, as I said, this will continue to grow, and at some point it will be as big as with the traditional markets. So it should grow a lot, and when it's growing, well, as it grows, I guess what will happen is that there will be more volume, and there will be better prices. There will be lower spreads. It will be cheaper for everybody to trade. So all that is going to happen, of course. But to one thing that you said that with options you cannot be liquidated. Well, I mean, you cannot be liquidated if you buy options. you can be very much liquidated if you sell them.
Yeah, but well, that's going into detail. But then, of course, these are things that people should be educated about, and you're not starting by selling them, right? If you're new. So basically, what's very important here to highlight, I guess, is, where's my mouse pointer again? Just a second. Is to highlight exactly this growth potential for us to help us understand why this new business partnership with BitOpEx is such an exciting one. And going forward, for our community, it doesn't even matter if you understand, futures, options, if you're actively trading yourself or not, because you can easily and simply participate in this growth potential by doing the same thing that you have been doing already as a GYMSTREET community member. You can earn BitOpEx tokens from our miners. So you simply purchase the dual miner and you earn GymNet alongside BitOpEx that comes on top with it. And as we've already mentioned during our live webinars, we had the BitOpEx CEO. His name is Sven Müller. He's also from Germany, just like myself, who is running BitOpEx. And as you can see here, he has already gone through an 11-year career leading businesses, teams in fast-paced digital technology-driven environment and solid organizations, lean management skills that, make up for his traits and skills. And he started out as a consultant here with Ernst & Young, for example, managing consultant from 2012 until 2017. And then also became the co-founder right here with the Swisscom blockchain AG. That's the company form over in Switzerland, but also participated and issued many projects, such as the ones that are shown here as an entrepreneur. And the most recent one is right here, BitOpEx, the crypto options exchange for retail users. So he's a very experienced person, as we can see here, for example, on this slide. He already met people such as CZ from Binance over here. That's the founder of Neo. He attended many conferences already. He was also featured in Korean TV shows. So he made his way around and had now, found that crypto options is still missing in the market. And with his knowledge and expertise that he gained, throughout his 11 years career, he is now stepping into this field to offer that as an opportunity, not only for the GYMSTREET community, of course, but we are as a exclusive business partner with BitOpEx among the first, to get started with this new project early on at a very, very early stage, which allows us, to take the full ride from the very beginning, opening that big long-term potential. Now, with this business opportunity, there are new types of income that we can offer for our GYMSTREET community members. Number one, we already talked about it. That's the new dual miner that you can purchase within the limited time offer period in the month of June that will generate 2 rewards tokens for you. So every miner purchase from the 1st of June until the 1st of July for the next 6 months is going to generate GYMNet plus BitOpEx tokens for you as rewards. And regarding the BitOpEx part, it means that you will receive an extra 3.3% rewards in the form of a BitOpEx token per month and a total of 20% over 6 months. The second type of income that is now opening up for you, if you were to use the BitOpEx exchange, of course, you can do your own crypto options trading there, but they're also offering copy trading strategies that you can follow, where professionals, are doing the trading on your behalf. And whenever they generate a profit, you also participate and receive a share of that profit. And then there's also an affiliate system integrated at BitOpEx that allows you to generate affiliate commissions. And for the GYMSTREET community, the whole database has been copied over and merged into the BitOpEx system, such that when our community members sign up over there, they can simply activate their already existing account. And starting next week, we're going to share all the educational material regarding this, how to open your existing account that's been copied over if you want to stay within your current GYMSTREET team structure. And then we also have a bonus added here. We were able to negotiate the special deal with BitOpEx, such that 10% of the overhead commission that's being generated, so all the trading volume, copy trading, profit sharing, settlement fees, and so on, 10% of the commissions that's being generated from our GYMSTREET community will be used, as you can guess, to buy back GYMNet and boost the price. So wherever possible, we're seeking ways how we can fuel our buyback program to further stabilize and boost the price of the GYMNet token. So up to this point, that's actually it. All the other stuff is being shared in the special webinar sessions with BitOpEx. So if you would like to learn more about this, just go ahead and watch one of our previous recordings. If we come here to the YouTube channel, even though they may not be English only, because we are doing this, for example, for the Vietnamese community that's currently growing fast. And as you know, our largest communities are over in Asia, Korea, and Japan. So these are the Japanese, for example, or Vietnamese who hear me speak in English, right? And then it's being translated into their local language. But the first part is always in English. So if that's your language, you can also follow along with one of these easily to hear what also the CEO has to say about his own project, who also attended these special webinars to introduce this new business partnership to our community. All right, guys, let me stop sharing the screen. So that's been it actually from our end to update you today with this AMA session. Alberto, anything market-wise to add? Maybe want to share a few words regarding the current FUD, the Binance FUD, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. How do you see this? How will it affect, the space? Is there anything to worry about, or how? And any tips how one should go about it? Is it now necessary to withdraw all my funds from Binance if I have an account there, or do you think it's okay? It's only affecting the US part. What are your thoughts about the market conditions at the moment?
Right. Yes. Well, it's I remember last week's AMAs. It was very chilled, and we talked about the market being very quiet because there was little going on, and then a couple of days later, all of this happens. So yeah, I mean, there's the market in crypto stays quiet for only a few days. And yes, as you said, now we have this Binance Coinbase situation, which affects the Binance US. So So Binance has a matrix company, which is the mother company, let's say, and that one is based legally pretty much in the void. So it's not clear where the legal entity is at the moment for Binance, the mother company. But they also have this US company. And this is the one that is being sued by the American financial regulator, the SEC. So basically, they sued Binance for listing, for various reasons, and also Coinbase for similar reasons. It may be more grave for Binance US than for Coinbase, but overall, I think it could be even worse for Coinbase because all their business is in the US, whereas for Binance, only the Binance US is in the US, right? So so that's the situation, and then what could happen now? Well, it's anyone's guess, I guess, because there's many different things happening at the same time. But I think what's important to understand here is that this only means that the Binance US is being sued by the SEC, and the same goes for Coinbase. And this suing means that there will probably have to be a legal procedure, and it will go to court, and then the court will have to decide, and then my point is that it will take ages. Like 2.5 years ago, the SEC sued Ripple for the same reason, because they said that this was a security, Ripple, and it shouldn't be marketed as a security. But this suing happened 2.5 years ago, and it's still ongoing. So there's no decision yet as to whether Ripple is a security or not. And the same goes for this is the same kind of illegality, the one that they're basing their case. So it basically comes down to, are these tokens securities or not? And as I said, for the Ripple case, it's been 2.5 years, and they have no answer yet. And I doubt it will happen very soon. It may take still a few more months, and then Ripple will be able to challenge that decision if it goes against them. So my point is that this will take still a long time, right? Until they make a decision on, okay, these are securities or these are not, and therefore they need to comply with the securities law in the US. So all this to say that there's nothing set in stone yet, and even if it was clear that these are securities, they will only be securities for the US legal system, and they will need to comply with the US law for this. So it doesn't imply anything else for these tokens. They will be able, of course, to continue trading in DeFi markets, and the blockchain, like the smart chain, will be able to continue. And yes, so the point is that the implications for this, I don't think affect to the majority of the crypto market. They do affect US users and venture capitalists that put out of money into these tokens, and may have been putting money into something that is actually a security, and that could be a legal problem for them, but not for I guess the normal user or like a retail user outside of the US. I don't think this has any implications at all at the moment. So yeah, and I think you can see that this wasn't so important when you look at the market, basically, because you see that the market, of course, reacted, but it was pretty much a short thing. It went down 5%. The next day it went up 3%. So it wasn't that big of a deal, and I think it was for the most part expected. And it came down as the majority of the market expected, and therefore it wasn't a big news or a big surprise. So yeah, I think all that this does is to take out doubt, and I don't know the word in English, but basically, if you're wondering whether the US is going to come and outlaw crypto, well, that has not happened. So that means that if this was a concern, now it is not, because this hasn't happened. So that's what I mean by eliminating doubt from the market. And every time you eliminate doubt from the market, this is good news. So I don't think that this is in general something that is bad. And for the most part, most of crypto markets, projects, systems live outside of the US for this very reason, right? That at some point they could come and say, well, that they are against these projects or systems. So this has happened, and now we have more or less a stance from the US. But yeah, again, the implications are not great in my opinion. We will see, but I think this is, I think from neutral or even a little bit positive for crypto in general. Of course, not so for Coinbase and Binance US and US users maybe.
Yeah, so let's see how this goes. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on this, Alberto. I think that's quite some valuable information, regarding this. Everyone's like reading about it, hearing about it. And as you say, yeah, we got past the doubt, and it's probably not going to affect us from outside the US. So glad to hear that. Thank you so much. And then, yeah, I would say, guys, let's wrap it up for today. And wish everyone a great weekend, and see what's going to come the coming weeks from GYMSTREET. We are working, as always, behind the scenes, to keep improving the platform. The most recent updates were, of course, the increased miner rewards with this new partnership with the exclusive crypto options exchange, BitOpex. We also launched the limited time offer, which is our dual miner, where you can, with one miner, easily earn 2 rewards tokens over the next 6 months. Well then, guys, thank you so much for taking time for attending this live AMA session. I'm going to say, have a good weekend. Goodbye until next time, and I'll leave it for Alberto and Luis to wrap it up.
Thank you, Timo. Yes, what you said. Let's see what happens in the coming weeks. As I said, it's common that the market moves and things happen. I think last week was a weird week. I think that's why they say there's always calm before the storm. So we will see what next week comes. And yeah, I think we will still be seeing things because they went for Binance US, Coinbase, but they didn't go for other players that I think could go for, and eventually they will go for. But again, it will be something that stays restricted to the US. So yeah, interesting times. We will see what comes next. Have a good weekend in the meantime.
Awesome. Thank you, Alberto. Thank you, Timo. Thank you, community, GYMSTREET community. As you all understand and as you're all aware, if you are here for the first time, GYMSTREET is a prime virtual financial district like Wall Street, right? That's where you can buy your own digital land, and also later on you will be able to trade your digital land or rent your land or build on your land, whatever you want to do with it. But all in all, GYMSTREET, you have the opportunity to level up your virtual land portfolio and reap rewards. So my question will be to you today is, what are you waiting for? Get started with us now, because GYMSTREET is working on onboarding millions of people into this metaverse ecosystem. And GYMSTREET is powered by a combination of different technologies. That is the blockchain technology, the smart contract, virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence. So with all that being said, we would like to say thank you once more time for joining us, but don't miss out and don't feel that pain of missing out on this opportunity, but override your pain in order to avoid your regret tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining us today. Now is the time to take action and be part of this community, be part of this vision, and be part of this great technology, and also experience it on your own. As you all, if you don't know, we are all about making it easy for you to experience finance in the metaverse too. Yes, you have the real life, but also in the metaverse too. So you might be saying, okay, I can experience that easy finance in the metaverse. I can achieve that financial freedom in the metaverse. How much more in my reality, in my physical world? Guess what? We have all those solutions for you. We have Cash FT for you that is on board, where you will be able to use whatever financial gear or arm that you have in the metaverse to transact it in your real world with Cash FT. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are looking forward also to seeing you next week, and also not only seeing you next week at the same time, same place, but also we are looking forward to seeing you inviting other people to come and learn more about GYMSTREET in our webinars. We have webinars from Tuesday all the way up to Friday with different languages. Please stay tuned, tune in into our Telegram channel, learn more about when you can attend and what you want to know about. You can ask questions there and we are available for you. So we'd like to say thank you so much. And this is the opportunity for you to be amongst the pioneers and also amongst the people that are taking the leadership role or to lead in a new technology, which is the metaverse. And we saw recently this week on Monday when Apple was announcing about their Vision Pro product. So right now we are in the right space at the right time together. So let's run it together and let's make it happen. Thank you so much. Have an incredible weekend, because I know you will indeed have an incredible weekend. Have an amazing time and let's make it happen together. Thank you so much. Bye for now. Back to Timo.
Exactly, as you just mentioned it. And I think this should not be left unmentioned, because this ties directly, into with what we're doing here at GYMSTREET. And that was also an amazing new product that's being introduced here by Apple, the Vision Pro. And it clearly shows this is about augmented reality, and that's also something that we're going to go after here. And besides metaverse and virtual reality. And it seems that augmented reality may actually, at the end of the day, be making the race here, because that's how you will be able to project what you're seeing through these glasses into the real world in front of you. And that's how you actually be able to merge virtual reality and the real world and make it become as if it's one, right? So you can watch TV right there, wherever you are. You don't have to watch at the TV itself. You just project it into the room in front of you. So this is amazing technology, and Apple, as usual, is being innovative, at the forefront to introduce such amazing products to the world. And we're also looking forward to be among those to add, use cases to these kinds of products by providing the first financial district in the metaverse. All right. So with that, I think we can now wrap it up. Again, from my end also, thank you and looking forward